I'm going out to do some Christmas shopping. I have a list. My son loves DVDs and Blu-rays, so I'm gonna try to figure out what movies he has and what movies he still needs for his collection. He's a big Walt Disney fan, but I find getting Walt Disney movies pretty difficult because of their vault. They have a vault, and they don't release movies for periods of time, and they have limited releases. So I have to try to selectively buy Walt Disney movies when they come available. I love to walk around the mall, and it gives me a sense of who I am, and I feel much happier, and I'm very feminine in my presentation. Actually, I'm wearing a wig right now. I don't usually wear a wig, but I figured why not. You know, I've worn a wig before, and it makes me feel confident when I do present out in public. But my hair is growing, so I'm happy about that. It's still gonna take some time. It's still short, but it's getting there. You know, hopefully a few trips to the parlor will help me in styling it and presenting in a good way in public, a more feminine way. But you know, I have to work on that. I also don't have the real sense of managing it yet, where I can have it look as beautiful as when I come out of the parlor. They do such a great job. They make me feel so happy, but it's only for a short duration because I can't keep that style for a long time frame. So I have to make the best of it. But that's where my wig comes in handy, and it kind of suits my face, so I think it's a good fit for me. I never wore a wig of really long shoulder length here. I don't think that suits me. I like the shorter hair and the way it just frames my face and makes me feel good. And I think it's a perfect fit for me. And I love my coat, of course. This is my winter coat that I wear when I go out now that it's almost winter time. I still wear my short dress, but this is like my favorite dress, so I apologize if you see me doing videos a lot more with this dress on, but it's just one of my favorites, and I just enjoy being in it. I have a lot of dresses, and I think dresses are my favorite attire. When I go out, I enjoy that. I'm going to have to figure out more casual style clothing to wear, and because obviously you can't wear a dress all the time, but especially in the winter when it gets really cold out. I do go to doctors in the city, and it gets too cold around December, January. I mean, we're in December, so far it's okay, but during the real winter months, when it really gets cold, stockings and a dress just don't hold up to that. I am trying my best to have a presence on YouTube and to join in with the other transgender girls. You know, I have a lot of work to do in my own transition. I'm very awkward in how I present and shy. I don't look nearly as beautiful as the other girls that I see and they have bubbly personalities. My personality is bubbly, but I have that male voice, so I want to have that up and down, like that creative voice, and feel very expressive of my femininity and enjoy that. You know, I can try to modulate my voice and make it sound more feminine, but I'm not good at that right now. I'm trying to. I find it very difficult, and I thought, you know, the YouTube videos would help me, and I took a voice feminization course over the internet, and it didn't really help me because I don't know how to do that technique. Um, but, you know, eventually I'll get there, and it'll be better for me when I do. But, you know, I like to express myself, and I think YouTube is a good venue for that. Plus, you know, I would like to learn from other transgender girls. That's why I'm on YouTube a lot. I find watching their videos are very informative and inspirational. You know, I've subscribed to a lot of transgender girls' video channels, and I leave comments. You know, I don't get a lot of replies back to my comments. I would kind of like to, and establish some friendships in the process. I think having people that you can relate to who are really doing amazing in their transition would be a nice, it would be nice to have people like that as friends, so I could have ways of expressing who I am, and just feel like I can get tips from them. Obviously, I have to work with my own look, so I can't change that really. Maybe a little makeup can help, but you know, I think patience is very important. Eloquence, feminine expression, confidence, belief in yourself, and never, never being afraid to take risks. Certainly when you realize that you are transitioning because you need to, for your own mental well-being, there comes a lot of changes that will develop over time, and you have to be ready for that. And you want to look at your transition as a growing process, and kind of like a second puberty, if you will, where you'll start to develop, you first will probably have a good appreciation of your facial skin. When you touch your skin, it'll feel much softer. You still have to get rid of the facial hair, and that requires a lot of hours of electrolysis, which is expensive. And you are going to experience some breast growth, which is exciting, but a lot of T-girls aren't completely happy with the amount of growth they experience just from hormones. They want to do enhancement surgery, but everything comes at a cost, and it's expensive. And I can't afford those kind of surgeries, so I just make do with what I can. But I think we all just have to approach our transition with a level of comfort and realizing that we can only do the best we can, and you know, it's kind of a daunting process when you look at it from the whole, and you want to do as much as you possibly can when you transition. Certainly you want to look like a beautiful woman if you're male to female, and you know that doesn't happen overnight, and you just got to be patient and you know just do baby steps in the beginning, and just look forward to the changes when they happen. And it's good to do videos, I guess, because you can see over time how you're progressing, and it's good to just be out there, you know. Sure, I'm not very popular on my channel. I don't have many subscribers, and one thing I noticed that I get upset about is it seems I get a new subscriber and then the subscriptions go down again, so I don't understand that. I mean, if somebody's going to subscribe to your channel, they should stay with the channel. What's the point of subscribing and not staying with it? But then again, people who subscribe, that doesn't mean they're necessarily watching all your videos either. But my intent to do a YouTube channel firstly was to just have a way of expressing myself and as a form of therapy. But in doing that, I also wanted to kind of be able to help anyone out there who's questioning their own transgender struggles and situation. And certainly my videos are based on talking. I don't have time capsule or timeline videos where you see before and after. And I'm still in the initial stages of my transition, so I don't have a real good video that I could present with a before and after. But I'm comfortable with who I am, and even if I'm not perfect, it doesn't matter. I just want to be true to who I feel I am inside. And you know, I am a girl and I know that, and that's how I'm going to live, and I'm not going to change. I always thought growing up that I would eventually have to face that, so that's my reality, and I'm not going to be shamed, and I'm not going to feel ashamed about it. I'm going to keep working on my development, and I feel better when I'm transitioning. When I was denying my feelings, I didn't feel good. I felt depressed. I was suicidal. I was miserable. And even though I was married and have a family, I have a wonderful son, I was just not happy with who I was. And I felt guilty. I got married. I have a family. I have a son, like I said. But I just wasn't happy with myself. And, you know, it took years of therapy, and I realized, you know, this is not me. I need to do what's right for me. And that's when I started getting back into therapy, and I was dressing all my life, basically. I was cross-dressing every day if I could. There were times when I kind of suppressed it and purged, but those feelings and the dressing was still a big part of my life, and I really never stop that. It was something I continued to do all throughout my life, and I wound up spending a good amount of money on clothes, and purging is not a good idea because you wind up buying clothes again. You, when you purge, you think you're gonna get rid of the feelings when you get rid of the clothes, but that's not true. And you'll learn the hard way after repeating the cycle several times like I did. It's not really wise to do that, but you'll have to learn from your own personal experiences. Um, I'd love to hear from other trans girls on what their how they deal with their own issues and how they've come along and made progress in their own development. I'm blown away when I see the transitional videos of other girls. I mean, it's really amazing how they looked so incredible and so feminine, and really, in many instances, you would never know that they were guys. Um, it's just remarkable, you know, and you wonder the miracle of hormone replacement therapy and how it really helps in the presentation and the look. In some cases, it seems to even affect the facial features, not just making the skin softer, but the contour of the face more feminine. I don't notice that in my own transition. I wish I could have a more female contoured face, but as I said, I have to make do with my own progress, and you know, I can't be hurt or upset about it. I just have to accept that I can only look the way I am, and I'm presenting the way I feel comfortable. Hopefully my looks will improve over time. I'm not young, so I don't have that advantage like a lot of T-girls, but I'm happy that I am transitioning. It's better than not transitioning. I'm happy that I'm out and able to discuss how I feel and open up to people. That's a big thing. So I feel I've come a long way despite my many challenges that I face. I wish I could have full functionality as a woman. I certainly would love to have the surgery, and from what I understand, people who do the surgery, trans women, they have to stay under a doctor's care for quite some time, and they have to dilate, and there's probably a lot of them do experience pain in the aftercare of the surgery and as a result of the surgery. But if you ask many of them, they feel very happy that they went through with the surgery. They are fully female with a vagina now, and they don't have to hate their bodies anymore. That's something that I wish I could have in my own transition. But I'll just, take one day at a time, and hopefully one day I'll be able to do the surgery too. That's something that I've always wanted to do, but unfortunately things cost money, and that's a very expensive procedure. Um, but I'm content where I am. You know, I know who I am, and I feel happy, and you know, I guess being accepted as a girl and or woman, I should say, uh, it's a great thing. You know, when you go out in public and people address you in the female pronouns, it makes you feel good. You just feel like life is the way it's supposed to be, and you don't have to pretend anymore. You can be truthful to who you are and live your life accordingly. And there's no greater feeling than to be happy with your body and your mind. And it takes time to get there. Certainly I'm not there yet. But I'm out. I'm out now 2 years. So I feel much happier. And I thought I would never get to this point, to be honest with you. I thought I would have to live a male life and be miserable and depressed. But I found very caring people who believe that I'm struggling, and they wanted to help me. So that's a good thing, and I think life will get better, and all I can say is do the best you can, and things will be okay, and just be happy. Life is a good thing, and I'm going to say bye for now. Bye.